Hello everyone, Wilson here and welcome back to my channel and another how-to video on my Mercedes R172 SLK. So as you know, last week I had an MOT and they picked up a differential oil leak, as you can see here. It's coming from the offside inner drive shaft seal area on the diff. So in this video I'm going to run through the steps of how to replace that seal, and I'm going to replace the differential fluid at the same time. Without further ado, let's crack on. Let's go through the parts and the tools required before we start this job. So the parts required: the actual diff axle oil seal, so it's a genuine part. So this is the drive shaft seal on the diff, or if you're from the US, they call it the axle. So it's basically a metal ring with the rubber section in the middle, which seals the drive shaft. The old one needs to be knocked out, this one pushed in. So that's that. May not need this, but I bought it already. So this is the Mercedes hub nut for the drive shaft. So 12.32mm size. I might try and do it without removing it and try and take the hub off instead, because they're on really tight and it has to be torqued up really tight and they're always a pain to remove. If you need to remove it, I bought one of these sockets. So a 32mm 12-point socket. So make sure you have that if you're taking the hub nut off. So what else we got? So socket set, obviously, a variety of sizes. The important bit you need for working on Mercedes suspension arms is quite often they use these spline tools, spline bits. So this is an M12 size, and this spline is called an XZN socket bit if you need to order one. They're not Torx. Torx are 6-point, so make sure you get one of these 12-point XZN bits. More socket set there, a 3/8 inch one. Not sure if I need this. E-Torx sockets. So a lot of bolts on Mercedes uses E-Torx. So E-Torx are 6-point star basically. So that's that. What we got in the middle here then. So I've talked about that already. You need the drain plug key to undo the drain and the refill port of the diff to change the oil. 14mm is what you need, but this is a dual size one. Torque wrenches, obviously. I'll find the torque specs later as I do the job. Rubber mallet, hammer, a breaker bar for any stubborn bolts, a set of combinational spanners, and lastly but not least, hopefully I don't need to use it, is this rounded nut removal socket set. Touch wood, I don't need to use it, and I've never used it, so I just always have to have this just in case. You never know. The scale in the corner is not included, don't worry about that. Essentially that's it. So I don't know how long this is going to take, but Matt Armstrong style, I'm just going to work it out as I go along. Car is jacked up. So a little tips for everyone. You're probably wondering, how did I get the jack stand in that location? Because the problem is, at the back you can't really jack anywhere with a floor jack unless you jack the diff, but I can't get my floor lift under there. So the trick is, that I found after a bit of digging around, if you jack it at the front, the whole side lifts up, so the whole car basically rises at the same level. So you can jack it at the front and then stick the axle stand under the jack point under there. So yeah, a little hack. But anyway, back to the original problem, my diff leak. So what I found, what I thought it was the differential or axle seal, if you're US. I don't think it's the axle seal, you know, because when I look up, I don't know if you can see it. Let me see if I can zoom in. 1 second. That's the diff breather, and you can see it's completely soaked all around that area, and it's dripping all the way down. Look at that, all the way down the side, and then that's why it's ending up at the bottom of my sump. It's not leaking from the axle or the drive shaft seal, because it's, if you look under there, it's dry there. So a slight diagnostics by myself, but that may be a good thing, because I think either that breather has got a problem up there, which I'm going to try and
release, undo, and bring it down and see if it's any blockage or anything like that. But yeah, so I'm not going to change the dry shaft seal for now. I'm going to sort that breather out and hopefully give it a monitor, because at the moment, if I go under the diff, okay, the oil is dry, it's not wet. I cleaned it all up, but it hasn't got any worse. It's not dripping onto the floor. So I'm going to clean it up and then drive it around and see what happens. Right, let's crack on with cleaning that breather. Managed to take the top cap off of the breather. It just pulls off. That's actually clean. It's not carboned up or anything. It's just black. And then underneath that cover is this spiral plug. That just pulls off as well. Just literally pulls off on the top. That's all good. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try and clean her up there. Clean that valve up, because it does look a bit gunked up. So that's all I can do for now, and then monitor it, like I said. So got some leftover carburetor fuel injection cleaner. Give it a blast and then clean it out and then refit. So let's give it a quick wash with some dish soap and water. Get rid of that grease, so in that way I could monitor if there's further leaks in the next few weeks.
Cars put back together. I just had a thought actually, and I read online on various forums. So there's a few reasons why oil will spew out the diff breather. I recently done a track day and I did notice that oil smell afterwards. So my theory is it could have overheated the oil because I was cornering quite severely, and it's probably just spewed it out of the breather due to the overflow. And the other reason it could be is overfilled with diff oil from previous diff change. But what's leaked out might have resolved it. You know, it might have brought the levels back to where it should be. But anyhow, I'm going to leave it a few weeks, drive it around normally and monitor it and see what happens.
A few moments later.
Actually, it's 2 weeks later. So I've done about 50 miles in the past 2 weeks. Not many miles, to be honest. Right, let's get under there and see if the situation's actually got worse or no change, or it's resolved itself. Right, let's take a look.
So the drive shaft or axle shaft seal, there's no dripping there, it's all dry, apart from the casing behind it, as you can see. Let's have a look up there. Obviously that's, you know, they're the oil marks from previous. It's not actually got worse, it's still dry, even though I tried to clean it up. Let's have a look further down behind this bit here at the actual sump. Right, here we go. Right, yeah, I mean, it's not got any wetter. Obviously those black stain has got to remain for a while, but the good thing is there's no actual dripping onto my patio, onto my floor actually, so that's a good sign generally. The only thing is the breather, can I see that from here? Can't really see very well, but it doesn't look any wetter than before. I think we're good. I think we're good for the time being. Well, so since I'm under here, let's take an opportunity to get a clearer view of my X-pipe mod with resonator delete. So the resonators were originally behind the X-pipe before the back boxes, sort of that area there. So that's been removed and they put this lovely X-pipe in. So that's where the cross is. And then you've got the welds here to the main section of the exhaust. And then the cats, if you're wondering, because people always mistake the resonators are the cats. The cats are actually at the front downpipe area, somewhere up there. You can just about make out. That's where the pre and post cats are. They're actually in one place. There you go, give you another look. And of course, it sounds wonderful as well, with my valves open at the back.
Right, that's it. So I've not actually changed the diff oil in this video. I'll cover that in the future videos. In the meantime, please support my channel, hit the like and the subscribe so you get notified of new videos like this in the future. Thanks for watching guys, see you again soon, bye bye.